Alright gamers, that brings us to the second battle of the second week's round of games. It's me, Kyrogus, going up against Vrilikz. Vrilikz fell to TM in the first week. He had a couple of massive blunders that caused the loss. Other than that, he played extremely well. So I'm very curious as to what to expect from Vrilikz here. If I do get the win, I would advance to 2-0, which would be a massive way to start the season. And Vrilikz would be the second team, along with AC Dub, to fall to 0-2. So I have already tentatively built my team. Just a little bit. I created a little mock team here that I feel like I probably want to go with. I might switch it up here just a little bit as we talk through it. So I can't let Chandelure have the best, or be the player of the week and not come back. Not just that though. The whole reason, I always like Chandelure. But the reason I ever used Chandelure competitively in the first place, I was most into competitive Pokemon at like the beginning of Generation 8. And Dragapults were everywhere. And there was not a lot that could safely and consistently counter a Dragapult, but something could. As long as Dragapult is not Scarf, a choice Scarf Chandelure with maximum speed will outspeed a max speed Dragapult. And as long as I got the max special attack, which I do, that's the build, Shadow Ball will take it out super effectively. So I can't tell you how hype I'm going to be if my Chandelure, who was Week's 1 KPL Player of the Week, I can't tell you how hyped I'm going to be if Chandelure gets to eliminate, knock out the #1 overall pick in the draft. That would be legendary for me. We're bringing Toxapex as well. I wanted to go with a different moveset for Toxapex, but I couldn't think of anything that felt good. I have to go with Haze and Toxic, I feel like. Nothing else really better than Scald for the chance to burn and just some damage. So I played around with the idea of other moves instead of Baneful Bunker, but nothing felt right. So I'm going with the same build for Toxapex for now. Another Pokemon I'm bringing, this one is new, that we did not use last week. I wasn't sure how much use I'd be getting out of Weavile with this team. It was one of my later draft picks, but being that it's another very fast dark type, and he's got you know, a couple of dragons with Hydreigon and Dragapult, dark will take out the ghost of Dragapult. So I felt like a Focus Sash Weavile might be nice. So I have Swords Dance currently. I thought about getting rid of Swords Dance for another attacking move, perhaps, maybe. I'm going with Ice Spinner for the Ice Stab. Knockoff is the dark move I have. I kind of want to add something else potentially. Maybe Pursuit or something. I'm not sure if you can learn. I don't think you can get Sucker Punch, but Pursuit could be cool. But I have Swords Dance for now. I could set up potentially with the Focus Sash, and anything that's not Scarfed, I'm probably going to outspeed. So no one wants to face off against a Swords Danced maximum speed Weavile. Then I've also got Brick Break potentially for some of his dark types. Another Pokemon I wasn't sure when I'd be using. This was, I believe, my final pick in the draft. Strictly a utility pick to fill holes in my team. So I didn't have a consistent Stealth Rocker. I didn't have any ground types. And so I really needed something that could fill a couple of roles for me. And so that's why I picked Claydol. I have never in my entire life ever used a Claydol. Not in a casual playthrough. Never. I've never used a Claydol. I don't know how well this is going to work out. Positives. Claydol, tanky Mon. 60 HP could be a lot better, but 105 defense and 120 special defense is nice. As much as I thought I was going to use Grimmsnarl every game, I decided to give Claydol the screen setting role this match. So that's got the Light Clay, and then I also needed a Rapid Spinner. That was another reason I drafted Claydol, because I needed a Rapid Spinner. So it filled the Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, and ground type roles for me, which is why I drafted it, and why I said it fills a couple roles for me. So we got Claydol. Now I've got Salamence. The beauty of Salamence is you can go special or physical with Salamence, and it can be massively effective. Now, at first, I built a special Salamence for this battle, but I, in the end, decided to go with a physical build, and let Tornadus be my special build. I got the Specs Tornadus for some massive damage, different moveset than last week. An item I have never really ever used competitively, Life Orb. I hate Life Orb because I hate recoil. I understand it gives some damage increase, like 30% damage buff is great, but I hate recoil. I absolutely hate it, and so I've never really used a Life Orb. I just don't feel secure using it. However, some extra damage on this Salamence is going to be crazy. So what I want to be able to do somehow, it's going to be hard to get a free turn to do this, but I want to set up a Tailwind for my whole team if need be, but especially Salamence to have such high speed, and then with that Life Orb damage, it can just start picking stuff off, gaining attack from Moxie every turn, and it just sweeps. So Salamence sweep potential is a possibility in this match. And then we've got Tornadus, Choice Specs build, Flying, Stab, Heat Wave, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast. I'm going to make sure not to use Sludge Wave on any Ghost types. But I think that is going to be our team for the week. Nothing is popping out at me to switch up right now. So I think we're going to just jump into it and see what happens. I'm nervous. I would so badly love to be 2-0 opening the season. That's an incredible start. And not one I honestly knew if I could expect or not. But we've got a real shot here. Vrilikz took a loss in the last week. All I've got to do, I think, is find a way to get him to make... Here's the thing. I say I want him to make a blunder like he did against TM. I think Vrilikz is too smart to let himself make a blunder like that Hydreigon blunder again. So, I don't think I'm going to be that fortunate. I think I'm just going to have to play a great, sound, solid, smart game. Make the right reads, predictions. I think that's what it's going to take in order for me to win this one. Here we go. He does bring the Dragapult, Corviknight, Ferrothorn, Heatran. Iron Valiant, I don't know that Pokemon, so I did not prep for it at all. That could be bad. That wild card could be bad. I did actually, not just for the Heatran, I made sure I brought a ground type and had Earthquake on Salamence. Not just for Heatran, but also in case he did bring the Mega Manectric, which it looks like he has. Very exciting. I'm a big fan of Manectric, so seeing Mega Manectric used in the KPL was going to be really exciting for me to see. Here's the question, though. What's he going to lead with? So in his last battle, he led with Ferrothorn. He very well could want to have the same lead, so I could lead with something in hopes to counter that, because here's the deal. Chandelure will counter both Ferrothorn and Dragapult, as long as Dragapult's not Scarfed, which it also could be. It was definitely choiced last week, so I want, before I have Chandelure out against Dragapult, I want to try to read and figure out if Dragapult seems to be Scarfed or not. I could lead with Claydol, to get my early Stealth Rock and screens up. Does anything want to counter a Claydol, really? I don't think so, really. It doesn't seem to have any Dark types. I mean, I have a ton of special defense if he has another specially built Dragapult. Problem is, unlike Prankster Grimmsnarl, Claydol is so slow that I'm not going to get my stuff up for free right at the start, so that could be bad. I could also lead with Salamence. I'm going to lead with Claydol. I'm going to open up with the Plug. Out comes Ferrothorn, so I could have opened with Chandelure, but it's okay. He's going to set up his own stuff. I have a Rapid Spin, though, if he tries to set up rocks, and I can get rid of the Leech Seed embodiment info. Yeah, so I can get rid of Leech Seed and all the rocks. So Rapid Spin, I'm happy with this opening matchup. He did open with Ferrothorn just like last week, so I could set up a screen first or the rocks. I'm going to go rocks. I'll set up the rocks first, and he will do the same. Little does he know I'm about to wipe them boys away, but, well, if he switches into Dragapult here, what a switch that would be, and he very well might. Because if he switches into Dragapult, my Rapid Spin will be ineffective, and he very well could do that, actually, because that's going to be his type counter to my Psychic type. In case he does that, I'm not going to Rapid Spin first, I will Light Screen. He stays into Leech Seed, okay, perfect. If he switches now, I'll be so sad. But we can get rid of both of these effects with Rapid Spin right here. We do! We're going to take a little bit of Iron Barb damage, not a problem, and Rocky Helmet. But we're going to get rid of the rocks and the Leech Seed as he goes for the Power Whip and misses! That would have been monumental to start the battle. Okay, so he probably knows I'm going to switch here, because I have to switch. I can't stand and risk another Power Whip. I could set up Reflect, though. And hopefully maybe take it. I'll outspeed at this point, for sure. I already was outspeeding, but now with my speed buff. Is it worth trying to save Claydol? I feel like it's not, because I don't know why I set up the Light Screen first, thinking he might switch into Dragapult, but that was not smart. I should have done Reflect first. I think I'm going to stay in a Reflect. I don't know how much Claydol's going to do for me later if I switch out and need it to come in later, because it's so slow. I'm going to Reflect. I'll Reflect. He set up another Stealth Rock, that's fine. Because I'm just going to spit it off again. I'm going to take some damage from that, which is unfortunate. Actually, really unfortunate. He's going to take me out with Power Whip. That's okay. Rocks are down. And we're going to force this Ferrothorn out of here. With what, though? With what, though? I could Heat Wave Tornadoes, but I'm choiced with both of my Fire-type attacks now that I'm realizing, which could be bad. Heatran probably has Flash Fire, too. Heatran's probably going to have Flash Fire. I mentioned it in the last battle how I couldn't believe he ran Flame Body and not Flash Fire. This could be rough. I'm going to go Altair, though, so maybe he doesn't see the Fire-type attack coming. And I'm going to go Heat Wave. He's probably going to switch, because I don't know if he's going to be aware that a Heat Wave is coming. He might, though. Altair did use Heat Wave last battle, so if he scouted me by watching the game film, he might know this thing has a Heat Wave. Here we go. If he switches into a Flash Fire Heatran, that's just a great play by him, honestly. Dang, that sucks, man. That really sucks. He's not Flash Fire, though. He's still Flame Body Heatran. I'm very much shocked about that. Okay, my counter is going to be Salamence. I don't know what this thing is going to have for Salamence. Depending on what he has, I might have a chance to set up Tailwind here, but we can definitely Earthquake and take it out. Anything else I'd rather be in? I mean, if he goes for a Fire-type move, I could switch into Maleficent, but then I can't really counter with much other than a Shadow Ball that I don't think is going to do that much. I'm going to go Salamence. Heatran is going to Rock Slide. Unfortunate, Reflect will help us manage that a lot. We are not choiced, so even if he switches into Corviknight here, which would suck, TBH, I still think it's worth going for Earthquake. It would suck if he switches into Corviknight. His switch game in the first battle was really, really strong. So, it's not out of the question for Vrilikz to predict an Earthquake here. His switch game is strong. I stay in and take out the Heatran. Okay. Even match, 5-on-5. I feel really good to get that out of the way. And we've got our attack buff up. With Screen still out there. In comes Manectric, who will outspeed me. On the slight chance... I don't think... Can it learn Ice Fang? Can it learn Ice Fang? Manectric... It's almost always a special attacker, but I'm trying to think of what this could have for me. I think it might be able to have an Ice Fang, and if I lose Salamence this early, that could be terrible. I really wish I set up Tailwind first. I'm not going to look it up! Yeah, I didn't say anything about you using damage calcs, but I don't really like that. I don't like looking stuff up either. It's about my knowledge. That's research you do pre-game, not during the game. If you did calcs pre-game, that's cool. But during game, going outside sources, I don't like that. Anyways. He switched in knowing I have Earthquake. So he's going to outspeed, and he thinks he can kill me before I get that Earthquake off. So I think I've got to switch. But nothing I switch into wants to eat whatever he's got. Nothing wants... This is rough. And of course, it's going to counter my Toxapex. Now I'm really wishing I saved that Claydol. That was a mistake for sure, letting Claydol go down. We'll see if Toxapex can handle a switch. We got to read what he's going to do. Mega Manectric saw that coming. He's going to Intimidate. Hidden Power. That's got to be Hidden Power Ice for sure. Definitely Hidden Power Ice. That's what he was going to go with. I think he's going to be greedy and stay in because he's electric, and so I can get a Toxic off. I think there's a possibility he would switch into Corviknight or Ferrothorn to block a Toxic, but I think he's going to be greedy and stay in. There's no way he one-shots. Dang, he does switch! He really is the Switch Master, dude. Really is. Really is the Switch Master. I thought for sure he would be greedy enough to go for a Thunderbolt or something. He's Mega, so he's not choiced or anything. He's going to set up a Rock or a Leech Seed for sure. But at least I get a free switch into Salamence. I'm setting up Tailwind this time. I'm not making the same mistake twice. That's fine. Now we Tailwind, and we've got potential here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got potential here with this Tailwind setup. Because I think we're going to outspeed pretty much the whole battlefield. What happens if the time runs out? It forfeits, so I gotta keep an eye on that. You gain time each time you use a move, so I just gotta be quick. I know what I'm doing. I'm tailwinding, and then I'm just clicking moves. I don't think I'm gonna switch out once this tailwind sets up. This could get crazy right here. This could get crazy right here. Because Ferrothorn's not going to have anything on Salamence. And so it has to switch here. Maybe he's greedy to set up the Leech Seed. I doubt he has... If he has Leech Seed Protect, that's going to be annoying. Especially with my Life Orb damage. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You would think he's got to switch here. I could have Fire Fang, which might scare him off. I don't know, though. He rarely makes a bad decision when it comes to switching. Especially when it's Pokemon that he knows. I set up to him, he does stay in for Leech Seed. That is frustrating. If he protects here, I'll be really aggravated. Man, I really don't have anything to hurt this too much either. Staying with Ferrothorn. He might be able to stall me out, honestly. Earthquake's gonna make me not take Iron Bar, Rocky Helmet damage, so I got an Earthquake. Only 36. Are you kidding me, man? Knocks off the Life Orb. And I can't even switch. He really just ruined my Salamence because I can't switch out because of the rocks, and I have no way to Rapid Spin. Man, Ferrothorn, dude. That blows. That sucks. And he's gonna switch. He doesn't have anything other than Dragapult to resist fire at this point. But again, I don't want to be choiced. And this thing's got knockoff. He knows I have Heat Wave on Tornadus. It's so fast, though, and has so much damage. Nothing's going to want to take Heat Wave. So he's got to switch, probably into Dragapult. Or maybe Iron Valiant, because I don't really know what it's all about. I doubt he switches into anything else, but he also has to switch. And I'm not going to risk going for... I'm just going to go Heat Wave. I got to make moves faster. I got to make moves faster. It'll add time. He stays in to sacrifice Ferrothorn. He probably suspects I'm choiced. So he's going to switch into something that wants to take that, most likely. It's Manectric, though. We lost... He's going to outspeed, man, because I lost the Tailwind. This is bad, dude. This is bad. This is really bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose this. I got a couple of sweepers left. I can outspeed with Choice Chandelure. That's going to be my only shot. I got to go Heat Wave for a little bit more power. Even if he switches into a resist. He lived on one! We outspeed, but man, we had to take that damage. Anything's probably going to kill us anyways. I'm really not that upset about that considering we didn't die. If we died there, I would have lost my mind. We didn't die, and anything else is probably going to kill us anyways. Here's the problem. I can't switch out, and I don't have Shadow Ball. But we do have Weavile. We do have Weavile. Dragapult's not going to die to this, but maybe Weavile can outspeed. And Focus Sash isn't going to matter on Weavile because of the rocks. Man. I really fumbled Claydol at the beginning when I couldn't afford to do that. When I couldn't afford to do that. It's got to be Weavile. It's going to take big Stealth Rock damage. Oh, we don't even outspeed. We lose. We totally lose. We don't even outspeed. That's a wrap, dude. We don't even outspeed or have Focus Sash. He switches. Ice Barrier is only going to do 22. And he's gonna body press here. He's gonna body press. Switching out is gonna just tear down my health from Stealth Rocks. But I've got to. My only chance at doing anything here is a reverse sweep with Weavile. Only chance. Yeah, I didn't go with Ice Shard, thinking I would rather have more damage and be able to take a hit with Focus Sash and reverse kill anything, but didn't work out because the rocks. I really can't do anything against this Corviknight. Maybe hope for a burn. Body Press only does 9, so we can literally eat that up all day. Give me a burn. Give me a burn. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I know you want to give me a burn. I know you want to give me a burn. Brave Bird does 24. I don't think, because he's a Steel type, Baneful Bunker is going to make any difference other than me healing, but he's going to heal too. I'll try it, though. But if he ends up switching, that's going to be so dumb. Just give me a burn. He roosts. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't protect at least. Give me a burn, please. 30% chance to burn. We've already used 4 of them. Come on, man. I'm going to get outstalled by this Corviknight because of the roost, and I can't switch because of the rocks. Man, I really fumbled my Rapid Spin Claydol early. That was the mistake. I really can't get 1 burn. Thank you. Alright. Well, Toxapex stalling is now my best choice, so... he might roost. Yeah, that's whatever. I needed to heal a little bit more for switching out. This sucks, dude. This sucks. Probably gonna die here. Can't afford to Swords Dance, which I would have loved to try. I can knock off its leftovers. Well, I might be able to make it a 2-0 loss instead of 3-0 by outstalling. Now that it can't heal with that. But it can heal with Roost still, so who knows. Might Roost, it does, so Scald for some damage. It'll take burn damage. It's not going to heal anymore with its item, but it'll still probably outstall me with Roost. Try Baneful Bunker. Gonna block a Brave Bird, and he's gonna take some burn damage. He's only got 5 Roosts left, if that matters. I'm really just playing to make it a closer game at this point. For the chance that the 1 point of plus minus, and he's gonna defog the rocks. He's maybe thinking of switching to keep his plus minus higher. Might be smart. I could go ahead and Toxic, just in case that does something, but I'll Scald. He's probably going to switch, but I don't want to risk him staying in and Toxicking nothing. Because if he stays in, Scald will take him out. And it'll at least do damage to whatever comes in. He has not brought out Iron Valiant yet, to my knowledge. I don't think. Maybe he did and then immediately switched again. But it's probably going to have a Psychic type attack I don't want to take. There's no way I win this at this point, so he doesn't have too much to worry about. I think he's just trying to make sure, or try his best to make it out of here with 3 Pokemon. If there is a universe in which Toxapex somehow stalls out all 3 of these Pokemon, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I would do. He's gonna Brave Bird, and he is gonna die from the burn. Toxapex gets a KO. 2-1. Iron Valiant's gonna have something Psychic for me. Hopefully it's gonna attack first, so I'll Baneful Bunker. Or I could Toxic first, to make sure I get the big poison. I'll Baneful Bunker. If it does a setup, though, I'm gonna be sad. Knocks off, okay. It's gonna be normal poison, though. Yeah, that sucks. I keep my health for 1 turn, but I can't badly poison it now, so that was probably a mistake. We'll Scald. Knockoff only does 22, so it's going to do less after that, but he's going to have a super effective Psychic type attack for sure. And it's so sad that that's not compounding toxic damage, but it's okay. Maybe I'll take it out. If I take it out and make it a 1v1, that would be at least a W, all things considered, for the end. Close combat. You have close combat? Really? Oh my gosh. Dragapult's certainly got a Thunderbolt, right? Right? Yeah. Well, Shadow Ball's gonna be enough. GG's. GG. I'm glad I at least made it a 1-0 loss. So that makes me even on the season. My plus and minus is still 0, but I am gonna fall to 1-1 as Vrilikz gets his first win. That was rough. My biggest blunder was losing my Rapid Spinner early on. Really sucks that happened. But I'm definitely gonna learn a lot from this battle. I'm definitely gonna learn a lot. Losing Rapid Spinner and letting the Stealth Rocks eat up my whole team was the mistake. And then I underestimated Ferrothorn's ability to stall out Salamence, so that sucks too. But congratulations, Vrilikz, you deserve that win. GG. I have a nickname for you. It's the Switch King. Like the Witch King, but switching, because I said it multiple times during the battle. You are so good at switching. Like, your switches and predicting switches, it's so frustrating. But you're the Switch King, bro.